It is time to write our first Dart code. We would not be using IDEs like VS Code, Android Studio, or IntelliJ for now. We would make do of an online code editor called Dartpad. To code along with me, please head over to dartpad.dartlang.org/dart. When you launch it, you should see this. The Dartpad comes preloaded with a sample code, but we would not be using that in this video, so let us take it out. Before we write any code, let me explain to you what we have going on here. On the left side of our screen, we see the editor. This is where we get to type in our code. Here on the top right is the console. The console displays the result of our code. Then we have this Run button. The Run button compiles our code in the text editor and displays the result here in the console. The documentation sometimes gives us more information on our code. We're going to see how this works in coming videos. Now, our goal is to display Hello World in the console. To do that, we're going to require a very important method in Dart. That method is known as the main method. The main method serves as the entry point of our Dart application. It is where every code that we write in our Dart application is being executed from. Without the main method, our code just stays lying there. So we can best describe the main method as our code executioner. Okay, here is how we get to write the main method. We started off with a keyword called void, followed by main, then parentheses and curly braces. We're going to discuss more on functions in a dedicated video. For now, let us just go with the flow. To display Hello World in the console, we're going to use another inbuilt Dart method called print. The print function displays values in the console. In this case, the value we want to display in the console is Hello World. So here's how we use the print function. We type in print, followed by parentheses, and then we end the function with a semicolon. Before we put in the semicolon, observe what we have here at the bottom right. The bottom arrow says that it's expecting to find a semicolon, but at the moment we haven't put in any. So let's add a semicolon at the end of our print function to get that error out. Okay, now we're down to 1. The last error says that our function is missing arguments. The print function expects a value. The value we put in here is what it gets to display in the console. Now we want to assign the print function a string value. To do that, we represent a string with either a single quote or double quote. Let's use single quotes. So we're going to type into the single quotes, Hello World. Let's add an exclamation point. Now that we have our main method in place and we have our print function inside of our main method, what then do we need to do next to display Hello World in the console? All we need to do is click on the Run button. Voila! We get to see Hello World in our console. If you followed along, well, congratulations! You just wrote your first Dart code.